All right, fantastic stuff. Thank you all for coming out tonight. So, why have I dragged you all here? I've got a book out called Riot Music. Why this book? Why this title? Well, for years and years and years, I've been in the Northeast for 30 years. I've been talking to my relatives. I've been saying, hey, I live in Teesside. They go, where? I said, Teesside. They go, is that Newcastle? I said, no. They said, is that Leeds? I said, no. I said, Teesside, it's its own thing. For 30 years, I've been telling them exactly where it's to go. Like, they couldn't fathom it. Then the riots happened. And they knew where Teesside was. They knew where Middlesbrough was because of the negative publicity. They're sending me thoughts and prayers by text and WhatsApp messages. I thought, nah, man, I can't have that. So as a creative person, my response was to write a poetry collection about how I felt about the impact of the riots had on me, my thought process, also about the great things that are in this area. And so that's why I'm here. All right, so I hope we can enjoy this time, and that's it really. I want us to celebrate, enjoy life, and occasionally go like, ah! All right, so this is the first one, and this is called Dub Plate Special. It's based on, it's got a reggae vibe to it, and a dub plate is a limited edition vinyl record that is for testing out whether a rhythm, a groove is going to work for the dance floor. All right, this one's called Dub Plate Special. How fast can we run? What moves we do to dodge lethal force? There is a walking rhythm, there is a survival rhythm, there is a can't stop, got places to be rhythm. Police pat down, stop and search. Do you know who we are, officer? No. Why? Does it matter? You all look the same to us. Different shades of plantation black on the outside, bleed red with the cuts. There is a walking rhythm, there is a survival rhythm, there is a can't stop, born free, got places to be rhythm. When are you going to start making some of that Dr. Huxtable money, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air money, Big Dog, Super Boss, 24 karat money? Soon, mama, soon. There is a walking rhythm, there is a survival rhythm, there is a can't stop, got mouths to feed rhythm. The Don Dada is sick, the slow jams ain't working. I don't want to be swimming in student debt, renting and still working at the council when I'm 40. There is a walking rhythm, there's a survival rhythm, there is a be my own boss, mega bricks and mortar rhythm. There is a quick step, double time remix. Stop. Hold on, one darn cotton picking minute. What are you talking about, Willis? Can you do an Eddie Murphy impression? We are kings and queens, but all they see is cannon fodder, jailbirds, court jesters. There is a walking rhythm, there is a survival rhythm, there is a trap dodge, got places to be rhythm. We have a dub plate for everything. Thank you. Right. This one follows on from the last one. It's called Monday Jam, and it's all about that sinking feeling you feel when you get up on a Monday morning and you've got to go to a job you don't like. All right. It's called Monday Jam. Monday morning, clock in, mic on, testing, testing. Check one, check two. We are hardcore shuffle MCs. Those who flex, show off on the 9 to 5 rhythm, spit rhymes on the heavy grind rhythm, freestyle on the deadbeat career rhythm. We are nothing going on but the rent. Job centres, recruitment fairs, ice hinges, frozen door handles. If your name's not on the list, you're not coming in. If it isn't, it wasn't, it ain't never gonna be. If it isn't, it wasn't, it ain't never gonna be. The world is full of stiff, corrupt beats. We are chasing a dream. Never the face, the accent, the contacts. It's not the race, it's business. It's supply and demand. There are too many ethnics, battle hardened, educated. Do you know the chat office politic, upper class patois, Cockney street lingo, Black British Einsteins rejected with a Jeff Hurst, Attila the Hun, Desmond Tutu or a Douglas Hurd? Is there any point fighting when the rhythm, the rhymes, twisted linguistics, translated desires mean nothing? Stuttering voices, we are chasing a dream. We are kings and queens, but all they see are jesters, verbal jousters, full-time complainers. There's always a PA in the corner, rapping along with Institution FM, humming in soft tones, a whisper, sorry, some doors aren't meant for everybody. We are waiting for the full life remix, the re-edit, the rewind, the bridge, extended 16 bars, the beat, the drop, the Friday night relief. We are metamorphic Monday MCs, powered up on the strictly business rhythm. We are unplugged rhyme animals, mic off icons, the workers on the strictly business baseline, the it's my thing baseline. Some of the best moves are made in silence. Thank you. All right, this next one's called Kill All Your Darlings. All right. It's when any writers in the room will know that you write something and then you send it to an editor and they go like, oh, that line that you fell in love with, it's gotta go, cut it out. And that's also an expression that resonates with me being Black British. It's like you have to sometimes twist yourself and edit your life to try and fit in sometimes and to try and get to where you want to be. And that's the reality. So this one's called Kill Your Darlings. Slice, cut, dismember, kill all your darlings. Progress, feel whole, fill holes. Act like you don't care. Leave people, thoughts, emotions. Keep name, shorten. Boil carcass, devour soup. Dance on sibling graves. Stand tall cause you ate Goliath. Kill or be killed. Slaughter your sentences. Pretend they never counted. What's uttered? Carry weight of generations. 400 years or more. Your trifling little pamphlet where you struggle to find a rhyme for guava won't matter. Throw children overboard. Send to boarding schools. Pray. Straighten hair. Cut locks. Rage. Murder or be murdered. Lyrics, patois can be corrupted. Appropriated, misread, unheard, influence, disappear. Self-harm, silence, edit, essence remains. Hope, the word chosen, is strong enough. Thank you. This next one is called Wanted. Wanted, primetime July, 12-year-old actor, to play the part of a 12-year-old refugee. Perform, pretend, deliver lines in heat, cramped up car boots, detention centres, dirt camps. Spend the greatest summer of their life recreating somebody else's trauma. £100 a day, free food. Ability to tap dance. Desirable, but not essential. Thank you. This one's called Army Beggar, Black Version. Tour of duty, tour of car parks, tour of shelters. Has anybody died yet? I could do with the money. I'm a little short. Begging in or outside church. Funerals pay better than weddings. Take smaller length of time. Strange place, this country. Same God, same book, same underdogs as abroad. Except here, they like their martyrs. 2,000 years dead. Thank you. All right, this one's called Lap of Honor, and it's inspired by my mum, who's from the Caribbean. I've got relatives who are part of the Windrush generation, and it's about their struggle to be seen in this country. Okay. Lap of Honor. Feet behind line. Wait for gun blast. Chest out. Go. Empire champions. Celebrate jumping far. Climbing fast. moving up, integrating, not assimilating, gold medals, kneeling, not begging, sword on neck, run to represent, 2 flags, one for them, one for us, Fosbury flop, through 5 hoops, limbo under fog, pole vault with straws, hurdle, choke holds, shot put for those whose heads got chopped off, javelin launch for or against Windrush flights, rush to prove to insiders we can do more than run, stop, lap of honour, wave to sponsors, ma and pa, outsiders, steeplechasers, phone in reviews, photo finish judges, confuse a dip for a bow. Thank you. Okay, so as I said, I've written a poetry collection called Riot Music, and this poem I'm about to read is called Overture. It's in 4 parts, but I'm going to read the first part, and it encapsulates my feelings about the riots. Okay, it's called Overture. I speak, rap, chant, whisper many patois, talk about broken English, bang drums, a random list of job requirements, programmable, supplicant, pliable, variant, gospel truths, exhibit childlike wonder, biometric passport, breathe in any atmosphere. This is the part where the new version is supposed to be, dropped into the mix, but it's the same old detritus of overturned grunge garbage bins, whizzing missiles, cracking snare sound of breaking windows, vocal licks, crowd screaming, it's not us, it's them, thudding rhythm of bricks hitting reinforced police shields, discordant alarm in the key of fuckeries, riot music, coda of Red Bull, Coke and Molotov cocktails. How many hostels housing refugees burnt down today, bruv? A list of stolen things, rip-off baby crocs, curdling yogurts, bath bombs, fizz on contact, explode to soothe skin, sparkling water after a hard day's fight. Carjackers, makeshift border patrol, demanding documents, checking ethnicity. They look like students I used to teach common sense. What does justice look like? A list of broken things, shop front, bottles, bones, metatarsals, reputation, investment opportunities. A list of things never coming back. My children, my dreams, your heroes, my home. Thank you. Right, I'm going to lighten the mood a bit. This one is specifically for one person in this room. It's for the wonderful Sarah Dennis. I wrote this specifically for her. It's largely based on things that she has said to me. It's called Diva. Now you're sort of famous. You're acting like a real diva, making unnecessary demands, wanting your name on adverts, your face on posters, where you're appearing. What's that about? We all know it's the same handful of people who turn up at poetry gigs. Oh dear, right. This one is called Untitled. This is an untitled document. I was never here, in your house, in your thoughts, cleaning your car, serving you in the checkout, picking your potatoes, serving you fries and shakes, serenading your frail grandmother in her nursing home. Do you know all the verses to the White Cliffs of Dover? You've never seen me sweeping the streets, only when you suspect me of going through your bins. You've never seen me, so I don't exist. I promise you this, you're going to miss me when I'm gone. Thank you. This one's called Black Letter Day. To whom it may concern, why bother starting up your own thing when you can work for us? Jobs, noise canceller, reparations denier, afro hair straightener, Bernard Manning tribute act, minstrel show scriptwriter, ventriloquist dummy, soul bleacher, roots wrecker, house negro, an endless list. White supremacy advocate, there are always vacancies. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yours sincerely, your haters, your oppressors, your backchatters, your idols. Thank you. Okay, so this next one is called You Need Another Critic Like You Need a Hole in the Head. Right. And I've had 12 poetry collections out. I've made 45 albums. And of all the poems I've written and published, only one has garnered negative responses. And this poem is based on the negative response I received to one of my poems. So here we go. Unlike you, I like what you write, but the dodgy one, you know the one I mean, the poem about black men working for themselves, being the designers of their own destiny. It jarred. It didn't fit. All the others were fine, gave me goosebumps. The ones about homosexuality, rape, domestic violence, drug abuse, mental health, all those fine, they'll be big hits, except that one. It's not representative of any black people I know or seen on telly. You should drop that one. Now you're known. You should go for a bigger publisher. Go, work for one of them. Thank you. Right, this one I wrote for my grandmother when I went to see her in the Caribbean before she passed. It's called Nan. My Caribbean grandmother sits on the stoop outside her tiny shack, which is no bigger than my spare toilet back home. Big handkerchief, covers white hair. She wears socks in sweltering heat, misshapen knees uncovered. Watery eyes smile, rub hands over smooth young face. Braille reading for a life not yet lived. Happiness noted in voice tone. Empty gums, golden brown skin. The crab-toothed fairy is a thief who doesn't pay. Age steals sight, leaves priceless wisdom. Grandma's words still ring in my ears, in my dreams. Will you remember me when I'm gone? Thank you. Okay, that's some of the new stuff. So this is going to be a fake break, by which means I'm just going to walk over there, pick up the other book, come back. Ta-da! Part 2. So, some of these you may have heard before, some of them you may not have. This one is about my daughter. She came to visit me on the weekend. Hadn't seen her in a while. She's 23 now. And I can safely say she hasn't changed one single bit. So this poem I'm about to read about her still applies. This is called Black Mafiosa. If you cross me, I will cut your head off and put it in the bin. I will not cry. I'm not a nasty person, but I know some people who are, and I'm going to tell them about you. You leave me no choice. You brought this upon yourself. You don't mess with the black mafiosa. You're pathetic. You know nothing. How much do you make? You're not bringing in enough money to the fam. If we weren't related, I wouldn't want to know you. I would literally cross over to the other side of the street. I know you're my mum, but I don't like you. Never have, never will. I don't think we can ever be friends. How about unnecessary acquaintances? When you're old, I'm not going to visit you or look after you. You are dead weight. So what if I'm 6? Nobody messes with a black mafiosa, and I'm not tidying my room for anybody. Thank you. This one's called Standing Still. You can jive, you can smile, you can sing, you can dance, but you can't stand still. You can have Latin hips and African lips, but you can't stand still. You can run 100 meters in 10 seconds flat, but you can't stand still. Win gold in the heptathlon, beat drugged up Olympians, but you can't stand still. You can jump, slam dunk, kick a ball, run and score, prance, start in a panto farce, shake your ass, and with the brethren mash up the dance. But you can't stand still, because if you stop, stay rooted in one spot, we have to sit down and listen to your opinions. Reparations, TV representations, police brutality, blackface, the rise of the far right, foreign aid destabilizing Africa. We can't do that. That sounds like a lot of energy expenditure. That sounds like a lot of hard work. Thank you. Many years ago, I wrote a poetry collection called String Theory, and this is one of the poems from that. I wrote it. It was about male mental health, because when my cousin was 18, he unfortunately committed suicide. So, and as in this area, there's a lot of, male mental health issues. That whole collection was about that theme. It's called String Theory. So this one is called 269. You know I'm on your team, right? All day, every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 24/7, 25/8, 26/9. Anyway, it adds up right. Men like us take the heaviest hits, the hardest blows. Supposed to stand resolute, are we? Tall and proud, are we? Whilst the internal masonry of the head crumbles. That ain't right. I'm on your team. You got that? Team 24/7, 25/8, 26/9. I don't care who knows it. I've already shouted it to anyone who will listen. So we can sit down and say nothing, or talk about the trivial things. The last game, the next game, the best route, the price of petrol, the price of a shit pint, until we get to the truth. Why you are feeling the way you are feeling, however long it takes. Know this, and know this strong. I'm on your team, 24/7, 25/8, 26/9. Thank you. This one's called No Queue Jumping. It's from the same collection. What you going to do that for? A permanent solution to a temporary problem. I have very few rules. Be kind to others and no queue jumping. I don't want to see you before your mother, father, gran and grandpa. I don't want to see you knocking on heaven's door, begging to come in. I said, I'll see you when I want to see you. There is a reason why the Pope used to be a nightclub bouncer. What are you going to do that for? You're going to have people wondering if there was something they could have done, anything they could have done different. You're giving me work to do now. Reincarnation ain't easy. I'm going to have to slice up the memory of you, distribute it to all the people who loved and cared for you, prayed for you. And when I send you back, in some obscure form, your family and friends recognize, in the face of your unborn cousins, remember these words. Feel free to shout them out loud. Anytime you feel bad, no queue jumping. Thank you. So earlier, I read a poem called You Need a Critic Like You Need Another Hole in the Head. And this poem here, Black Man Work, is the poem that person criticized, right? It's called Black Man Work. When all is said and done, a black man must work for himself because society wants to oppress him, always designed not for him, always pushing him into the corner or the county lines or the streets, wanting him to be a man-child or a child man, never a man-man. Do you get me? Let me explain. Man-child, physical strength but vulnerability of a baby, so he can be bent to do their bidding with a few tears. See how they pull a bull elephant by a cotton string? Still police will shoot him down. Child man, physically weak, but his brain is fine. His brain can run like fire. They chain him to an office desk. He can't break free, not enough strength. See how they pull a bull elephant by a cotton string? That is the advancement. They used to want man-child. Now they want child man. They will call this Martin Luther King's progress. Black man must be man-man, must do his own work, make his own plan, must use his physicality for its own purpose. Use his hands, use his mind, do his own bidding. If he doesn't do that, he will crack, no matter what his size. He will be a broken child. So no use to himself, only entertainment for his oppressors. A black man, to be a man, must work for himself. Thank you. So as I said earlier, my daughter came to visit me. She's 23 now, hasn't changed. So this is another one about my daughter, and it's called Challenge. And I wrote this because a time came when she was about 16, and I realized I don't know her at all. She's a completely separate entity to the way I think. And so I wrote this poem called Challenge. I knew she was a girl before she arrived. Didn't have to tell me. A father knows these things. Don't let nobody tell you different. I think the first word she said was, why? Not mummy or daddy or love, but why? I take her abroad. She sits among the sand dunes, treads on castles, watches, takes in every moment, every movement, refuses to rumba, not interested in the festivities, celebrating with the B-team performers, jovial about nothing more than we're on holiday and they're getting paid. She looks at me with side eye, or over the rim of her glasses, saying the same thing every day. Are you up for the challenge of a daughter? If not, raise your game. To the bemusement of her white mother, she calls herself black. To the frustration of her black father, she calls herself English. To a geography teacher, she is a political genius. All her questions are rhetorical. You got a problem? Why? I sit waiting whilst women take her away for initiations. Black girl makeup, black girl hair, black girl books, black girl role models. She comes back looking exactly the same, sounding exactly the same, no alternate versions necessary. I ask myself why she chose me to be her dad. I have changed. She has not changed one iota. I have learnt. I know nothing. Thank you. Right, I shall do one more and then we'll open up the floor to any questions. And this one, I always finish with this one. It's called Rant. So yeah, it's fairly self-explanatory. Rant. I don't get tired. I breathe through my eyes. Can a hairdresser give themselves a haircut? They can cut the fringe, but they can't do the back. You need to trim yours now. Get the hair out of your eyes. You can't see how great you are. because you're running in your own lane. Look how far you've come. Other people ain't got that. Other people can't do that. It's like on the starting line, you've got the race to 100. You're passing people starting from 0. You're passing people starting from 1. People who've had every advantage. People who were running before the gun went off, and you were starting from -50. In real terms, you're passing Usain Bolt. You are world class. You're A. You are a star. You are a star. You don't believe me or your mates about how good you are, because we're your mates. So anyone, somebody who ain't us, tells you the same thing, then you believe. And when you see them a few times, you don't believe them either. Easy way. Write it down. Take your name off. Call yourself Mr. A. Then mail it to somebody you don't know. Who knows about these things? Say you're asking for a friend. Write down all you've done and how far you've come from your starting block. We're talking A. We're talking A star. We're talking A star. You're lapping people. You're lapping people for real. So we don't do no pity party. That's not our style. You got to get out of bed, you hear me? You're magnificent. When you wake up, the first thing you got to tell yourself is, I am fantastic, no ifs, no buts. I am fantastic, no ifs, no buts. And if people don't like it, they can fuck off. I can't hear you. You need to say, I am fantastic, no ifs, no buts. I am fantastic, no ifs, no buts. I am fantastic, no ifs, no buts. And if people don't like it, they can fuck off. You think I talk too much? I must be knackered. This isn't work. How can telling the truth be work? Thank you. Now, a few years ago, I performed at Durham Cathedral, and I had to email the the set list, and it came back, and they went like, "Oh yeah, by the way, that swear word, you're not going to do that, are you?" And I went, "Oh, I forgot about that, right? Yeah."
Did you do it though?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said I was going to finish. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do one more. One more for one particular person in this room. That's my wife. So I've got to show the love. You know what I mean? I've got to do it. She puts up with me. That's all I got to say, really. So this one's called Allergies. This is called Allergies. Right? Open brackets. What's love got to do with it? Close brackets. Men don't skip. Why am I skipping? That don't make no sense. Food tastes better when you cook it. You can't cook. Everybody knows that. Ask the kids. How many times have you burnt dinner? My taste buds must be messed up. That don't make no sense. I'm watching the same awful Saturday night programs you are. That don't make no sense. I'm bothered by the fact I'm not bothered by your stretch marks. That don't make no sense. That thing you do with flowers, stick them in a water bottle to sniff when you're stuck at traffic lights, that's sweet, even though it don't make no sense. Anyway, you know how you're always telling me to look after myself. I've been to the doctor. He says it's probably love or allergies. He's given me a big prescription. I've got an EpiPen for emergencies and antihistamines in case it ever happens again. Thank you. So, that's it. That's it for today. My wife Lucy there. Sarah Dennis, fantastic. Ian, the videographer. And a big thank you to Alex for booking me.